Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie along with the governor, Mark Walls. We're at Scott County High School. Christmas break, New Year's is over. Time for basketball in the state of Kentucky. Scott County won the Woodford County tournament, went down and won to the King of the Smokies. So they've been very, very hot. Scott County coming in the ball game, record of 15-1. They'll take on the Oldham County Colonels, and Scott County native Corey Zerhusen brings his team in out of the 8th Region, 29th District with a respectable record of 10-2. They'll take on the Scott County Cardinals with a record of 15-1. Head coach Billy Hicks in his 22nd season, 906 victories, 249 defeats for the Scott County and Kentucky High School basketball coaching legend. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll go over the season stats, kind of get caught back up on Scott County and see how they've been doing. We've missed the last 5 games as they've been traveling over the holidays. We'll come back with much more here on the Scott County Sports Network back after this.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no-obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school or college student athletes manage busy schedules. Remind your students they can access tutor.com for homework help from home or in the library from 3 p.m. until midnight every day. Library cards are required for this service. Call the library or visit our website, www.scottpublive.org, to learn more. Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Connor Volpe, Kevin Ritchie. We're Scott County High School. Scott County taking on an old 8th Region foe, Mark, Oldham County. And Scott County had some battles when they both were in the 8th Region, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Oldham County was a big nemesis, for Scott County to advance out. It seemed like every year it was either Oldham or Shelby that stood in the way until Coach Varney made that one breakthrough trip, and then it kind of opened the floodgates. And then, of course, Coach Hicks arrived, and he pretty much owned the 8th Region while Scott County was still in that region.
Yeah, I always remember the comment from Coach Gary Forrest, the longtime coach at Oldham County, when they start talking about the 8th Region, and Scott County says, I think we've been to the state tournament 2 years in a row. Shouldn't you be talking about us? So it was a little bit personal, and there's no nicer person in the world than Coach Gary Forrest, and him and Coach Hicks have a lot of respect for each other. So I'd like to wish him well if he happens to be listening to the ball game tonight.
Oh, yeah, but that was one of the better rivalries in the state. Like I said, it wasn't anything better than watch Oldham and Scott County go at it.
And Scott County and Oldham County played a barn burner last year. Kind of the teacher got the pupil there at the end. It was a tie ball game going into overtime. Coach Sturhusen didn't like a call and kind of lost a little bit of control mentally there for a minute. By the time they got everything back and righted the ship, Scott County was able to get the victory 60-51. But Oldham County gave Scott County a very good team last year. All they wanted down at Oldham County, if you remember.
I do remember. That was our only annual trip to Imperizelli's in Louisville. So we went to Bardstown Road and then back out to Oldham County High School. And like I said, it was a game that went down to the wire. I'm sure if Coach Zerhusen had it to do over again, he didn't want to get a technical. He was voicing his concern, but he did not want to get the technical, and he picked up that, and that kind of gave Scott County the breathing room and a little momentum down the final 4 minutes of the game, and they kind of pulled away and held out for the victory.
So after the holidays, Scott County went down to to Gatlinburg. They played in the King of the Smokies basketball tournament. They defeated Knoxville Central 69-49 in the first game. Came back and defeated Seymour, Tennessee 71-36. Toughest ball game for them in the tournament against South Paulding, Georgia. Scott County was down pretty big in that ball game. Came back to win that game 75-67 against the Georgia team. Very good team. And then they came back in the championship game and defeated Farragut, as I said earlier, 76-64. In that game, Scott County player stuck it out as Michael Marino, 23 points, 18 rebounds. Cooper Robb had a good game as well, 19 points and 5 boards. And Bryce Long still being very consistent both offensively and on the boards. He had 15 points, 4 rebounds, and Scott County's guards continue to rebound the ball as well as any guards in the state.
Well, they do, Mike, and what that does is that gives them a huge advantage when you look at team rebounding. They got a plus 13 margin jumping to season stats, averaging almost 46 rebounds a game to the opponent's 33. So anytime you can control the boards at that big a pace, that opens up a lot of opportunities for you, and a big part of that is because of rebounding of the guard position.
All righty, Mark. Speaking of the season stats, let's go ahead and look at those a little bit. Give us some of the individuals and team totals that jump out at you.
Well, Mike, when you look at it, pretty balanced scoring. The leading scorer is 15.9 points a game. Michael Marino, the 6'6 freshman. Bryce Long's averaging 12. Cooper Robb's 11. Cooper Watts in the middle having a big junior year, averaging 12 points a game. And then Glenn Covington, the point guard, averaging almost 7. So that's pretty balanced scoring. And then when you look at it off the bench, you've got a couple of people, Clem Dameron coming in and playing well, averaging 8 points a game. You've got Cam Fluker averaging almost 4 points a game. Rebounding-wise, you're 3 and 5, respectively, at the guard position. That's 8 rebounds a game. Almost 11 from Michael Marino, another 8 from Cooper Watts, and then 2 from Glenn Covington at the point position. So, in essence, you've got 10 rebounds from the guard and wing position. So, that's just huge when you look at it for Scott County. When you look at team percentages, Mike's still a very good shooting team, shooting 45.6% total from the field. When you break it down to 2-point range, that's 50%. From the 3-point range, a respectable 32. The free throw percentage is coming up. It's improving. I'd like to see that at 70% or better, but they're up to almost 68%. When you look at the turnover to assist ratio, they're a -5, 16 turnovers to 11 assists. They need to improve on that number if they can protect the basketball and just get it to a break-even 0-0. That's going to be 5 more opportunities Scott County's got to score. But when you talk about scoring, points per possession is 1.05. Points per shot is a 1.04. Anything above a 1 is tremendous. So, they're a very good defensive team. We haven't talked about defense much, Mike. But when you look at the ratio that the system calculates, they're at a 68.2 defensive efficiency rating, which basically means you're doing a pretty daggone good job limiting the number of opportunities and points that you allow your opposing team. They're only allowing 60 points a game on the defensive side of the ball.
And you look at it, Scott County comes in averaging 75 points, as you mentioned, but Oldham County, the latest stats that we had, weren't able to get much out on the internet, but they're averaging 70.7 points a ball game. And Scott County giving up 58.9, and Oldham County only giving up 53. So the team's pretty common. So what we'll do is we'll take another timeout. We'll come back, get Mark's keys to the ball games, and much more. You're watching Scott County High School basketball. Welcome back after the holidays here on the Scott County Sports Network. The Scott County Public Library allows 3-week checkouts. This allows you to enjoy your favorite books, movies, and DVDs free of charge. Unlike a credit card, we don't charge interest. We save you money. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use your library card and PIN number to put books or movies on hold or download ebooks and free music. Scott County Public Library. Every day, every age.
Georgetown means great cars, great local sports, great people, and Galvin's, a great place where friends meet for great Galvin's food. Galvin's voted the best local restaurant in Georgetown. Enjoy a great specialty sandwich from Philly cheesesteaks to Strombolis. Bring the whole family. Watch the big games on the big screens. You'll watch the game. We'll make the munchies like our signature pizzas and home-cut potato chips. Galvin's on Main Street next to the courthouse. Join us on Facebook for all the latest Galvin's action.
Georgetown Community Hospital is a 75-bed acute care facility with an award-winning history providing excellence in health care. Georgetown has been named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 5 of the last 6 years. The hospital continues to add new medical services and to grow the number of specialists and primary care physicians. It also features an award-winning ICU, medical surgery unit, and 24-hour emergency services. Georgetown Hospital, located on Lexington Road in Georgetown, Kentucky, here for your needs 24 hours a day.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. About a minute away. And, Mark, before we get to the national anthem and the starting lineup, what's your keys to this ball game?
Well, number one, I think Scott County's got to play their tempo tonight. I don't look for Oldham County to want to run as much as Scott County. I think they'll take their fast break points when they can get it, but I think they're going to dictate style. Scott County's going to want to make this a 94-foot game and just go after it. So I think it's going to be who can control the tempo. Oldham County, I don't think, wants to get out and run full court for 32 minutes with Scott County.
And, Mark, I looked at the stats from the last game. When you look at last year's game, we got 19 points, 13 rebounds on the Oldham County side coming back. And on the Scott County side, Cooper Watts had a good ball game, had 14 rebounds. But Cooper Robb had 2 rebounds, but Cooper Watts is the only player last year that scored in that ball game. So he only scored 5 points. So a lot of different faces here tonight. Should be a good ball game. But we'll come back. Scott County, Oldham County. Scott County 15-1, Oldham County 10-2. We'll come back with the starting lineups here on the Scott County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the...
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Great national anthem by Brooke Holland Miracle. I don't know where she got her chops from, but it wasn't from her dad. What do you think? No comment?
And no comment on that.
All righty. Now your starting lineups. First for Oldham County, head coach Corey Zerhusen. His team out of the 29th District, 8th Region, with a record of 10-2. They're coming into Scott County tonight. Lost their last game down in the Cactus Jam as they were defeated by Pleasant Grove, Utah in that ball game. Starter at one guard, a 6'5 junior, number 5, Ishmael Jones. Also a guard, number 4, Clayton Worth, a 5'9 senior. 5'9" sophomore at the third guard spot, Jackson Gibson. At a forward, number 11, Jacob Bates, 6'5 senior, got 12 points, 8 rebounds in the last game against Scott County last year, rounding out the starting lineup. At the forward spot, number 22, Travis Henderson, a 6'3 sophomore, and that's the starting lineup for the Colonels of Oldham County. Now, for your Scott County Cardinals starting lineup, as they dim the lights, bring out the spotlight.
And let's know you on the scoreboard, your Scott County Cardinal. Next guard, 6'1" sophomore number 10, Cooper Robb.
Number 10, Cooper Robb, a 6'1" sophomore guard, 11 points, 5.3 rebounds. Also a guard, a 6'4" freshman, number 14, Glenn Covington, 6 points, 1.6 rebounds. A 6'1" freshman guard, number 2, Bryce Long, averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds a ball game. Michael Marino, number 24, a 6'6" freshman forward, 16 points, 11 rebounds. And rounding out the starting lineup for Scott County, number 44, Cooper Watts, a 6'6" junior, 12 points, 8 rebounds a ball game for the young man. So Scott County ready to go, Mark. Our officials, good crew as always. Wallace Brooks, Donnie Warner Jr., and Kirk Hudson. Seen a lot of Mr. Hudson and Mr. Warner this year, aren't we?
Yeah, been very fortunate. 2 very good officials. And nothing against Mr. Brooks. Known him a long time.
There's a smart aleck comment there about including him and his 2 brothers that we know very well, Cotton and Clayton, but for the sake of being New Year's, we're not going to say anything. Too easy. So Scott County in the home white, red numbers and letters outlined in royal blue. Oldham County in the road blue, white numbers outlined in black. So Cooper Watts gets the tip. Cooper Robb has the basketball. We're ready to go. It's been a long time, Mark. We're glad we're back on live, on the air, bringing Scott County sports. Turnover for Scott County. Oldham County in the basketball in the hands of the point guard, number 10, Jackson Gibson. Gibson on the bounce. Goes to Bates. Bates looking inside. Elbow jumper blocked.
That's by Watts.
Watts blocks Henderson's shot. Couldn't save it inbound. Henderson gets it back. Back out to Jacob Gibson, and they'll reset.
That's one thing with Cooper Watts, his length, Mike. He closes out quick. Causes jump shooters a problem when he comes at them.
Good move on the bounce by Jacob Bates. No good. Cooper Watts rebound to Robb, and we're ready to go. We've got Covington on one wing, Long on the other. And Michael Marino, I'm telling you what, a freshman averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds a ball game. That's impressive.
Scott County a little bit, I don't want to say sluggish, but they...
Jacob Gibson picks up his first, team first.
But they seem to be just a step slow starting this basketball game tonight.
Under 7 to go, still scoreless here on the Scott County Sports Network. Cooper Robb on the bounce for Scott County, being checked by Ishmael Jones. It's a good basketball name, isn't it? Covering out the long, they'll reset.
Right now, you're playing Oldham County's tempo, Mike. They don't want...
Long right side 3.
He picks up where he left off right before Christmas.
Long, 28 of 76 for 37%. Behind the arc. 3-0 Scott County, 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Jacob Bates with the basketball, gets it out to Jackson Gibson. Gibson picks up the dribble, gets it to Henderson, drive in the paint, gets it up and in.
That's too easy.
Travis Henderson. 3-2 is the score, under 6 to go. There's an easy turnover. Marino, don't know what he was thinking on that, but the steal by Worth. Back to Worth, elbow jumper. Fakes it into the paint and scores. Clayton Worth give him 2, and Coach Hicks says, I'm into 30-second timeout. Not happy with what he sees. Scott County down 4-3 on their Scott County Sports Network. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout on the Scott County Sports Network.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
They don't want to know? Yeah. Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 5:49 to go. 4-3 is the score. Scott County with the basketball. Long pass to Long. 18-footer left side, no good. Battling for the rebound and getting it is Cooper Watts. Underneath to Long. Long a little bit short. Watts with another rebound. Put back, no good. And the rebound goes to Travis Henderson of Oldham County.
Can't get 3 better looks right there. Scott County just got to put the ball in the basket. That was a 2-on-1 situation. Not a bad shot that Bryce took, Mike, but you're really on 2-on-1. You'd like to see him attack the basket on that possession.
Ishmael Jones fakes it. Michael Marino blocks it.
Oh, what a pass.
You don't teach that, do you, Marcus? No. Cooper Robb and one opportunity. Fouls on number 11, Jacob Bates. And Mark, we talk about it all the time. He does a great job getting that rebound and getting it out quickly. That right there, he blocks a shot, gets it, and as he's coming down, he fires a no-look pass out. Robb gets it, misses the free throw, uncharacteristic for Cooper Robb. Shout out to his mom, Judy, watching the ball game on the mobile phone, and she's down at Madison Central rooting on his sister, Haley Robb, and the Scott County Lady Cardinals. Jones, right side three. Gets a nice bounce. Ishmael Jones. 7-5, Oldham with the lead. Turnover, Jones takes it away from Robb. Over to Gibson. Gibson, 8-footer, no good. Cooper Robb battling for it. And the ball picked up by Henderson. He got fouled. Cooper Robb about killed him. But Oldham County keeps the basketball.
They're letting him play.
Bates to Worth. Worth back out top to Gibson.
Thought he got away with a walk.
Mark and Scott County, we're here at the game tonight, but UK traveling down to LSU, getting to see the phenom for LSU. He's a pretty good ball player in his own right, isn't he? Cooper Watts picks up that foul, his first.
Yeah, tonight's that projected match between Labissiere and Ben Simmons. We need to give a shout-out to Coach Dale Brown, got a Kentucky group down there. He helped raise money this summer for the Tyler Hicks Memorial Scholarship Fund by donating 2 tickets at midcourt, sitting by himself. So I want to thank Dale Brown and hope they have a great time, but hope Coach Brown isn't smiling at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Turnover by Oldham County. And, you know, Mark, the thing that's still the most amazing thing, he did that for us. Also, he had that picture, which was a one of a kind, with him and his wife. Adolph Rupp and his wife, and John Wooden and his wife. Kind of amazing. You'll never see that picture again. And because people kind of thought that Wooden and Rupp kind of had a little bit of a dislike for each other, I think is the kind of way to put it. But they were in that picture, so special thanks to Dale Brown. He came up. He was the guest speaker in last year's Tyler Hicks Memorial Fund banquet. And then, like you say, he donated 2 tickets as well as that portrait and raised quite a bit of money and helped Coach Hicks. And, again, the most amazing thing with Dale Brown, we had a chance to eat lunch with him. His genuine like for Billy Hicks is amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Just a lot of admiration and respect in that relationship.
All righty, 3:47 to go. Oldham County with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Turnover picked up by Clem Dameron. He gets the turnover, or steal and the turnover. Gibson back to Henderson. Henderson throws it up, no good. Rebound picked up by Bryce Long behind the back between 3 players. Covington in hard to Worth, no good. On the shot.
Look at Bryce Long, I believe. He's the only white shirt down there.
Don Warner says, you give me a second, I'll come up here and tell you. Bryce Long with the foul, his first, team second. Into the ball game, number 23, Zach Larimore, 6'1" sophomore, as well as number 2, Brandon Johnson, a 6-foot senior for Oldham County.
You know, what I like about this Oldham County team, Mike, they're fairly young and they're very composed tonight.
Worth with the three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Brandon Johnson, he's going to say over the back, and I think he just out-jumped Glenn Covington by surprise, but he's going to get called for the over the back, his first, team third.
And that was actually over top of Cam Fluker, so.
Well, that makes a little more sense. At 5'7" versus 6 foot.
I think Coach Zerhusen had a pretty good beef right there.
Yep. Mr. Johnson got off the floor kind of quick, didn't he? Alley-oop pass to Watts. Watts unable to save it. Turnover to Scott County, and Scott County still down 2, 3:01 to go. Scott County jet lag, but they didn't fly back on a jet, right, Mark?
No. Came back in the mode of automobile transportation, but they just look a step slow coming out tonight. And Mike, you come off a big Christmas tournament and all that good stuff. Sometimes that happens, and let's be honest, they're 15-1. They start one junior, no seniors. That can be difficult to live with, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yep. 7-5, another 5-second call against Oldham County, this time with the ball in play. 5 seconds is the call. Kind of lackadaisical dribble by the Oldham County player. Zerhusen not very happy, but his team still has the 2-point lead. Mark, you mentioned pace of the game, and Oldham County has to be happy right now, don't they?
Oh, gosh. It's like you're watching Oldham County practice. Nice spin move by Cooper Watts.
Cooper Watts in the scoring column. He joins Bryce Long and Cooper Robb, and we're tied at 7, 2:17 to go, first quarter.
Scott County's wanting to get out and run, and Oldham wants to run their sets. And
Worth with the 3, Dameron with the rebound off the Robb. Cooper Robb, 16-footer, top of the key. No good. Cooper Watts put back. It's no good. Rebound in the hands of Jacob Bates.
I think Cooper had a little bit better chance there to get his feet set than what he thought. I think he thought he was going to have to do it as he went up, and that's not going to be the case right there. He had a chance to set himself. Rushed it just a little bit.
In the ball game for Scott County, number 12, Caleb Covington. Back in for Oldham County's number 2, Brandon Johnson. As well as number 12, Ryan Heelan, a 5'10 junior. Boone Covington gets a breather for Scott County. Cam Fluker, left side, behind the back in traffic. And Mark, if there's one bugaboo this team's got, they love to go behind the back, and it doesn't matter who's with them. And we've had a lot of turnovers this year because of that behind the back dribble in traffic. 9-7, 1:30 to go. Enough commentary from me.
You get the ball in the middle. There it is, 3-on-1.
There's the drop to Watts, and Watts finishes.
It's that press, Mike. Get the ball in the middle, and you're going to have a 3-on-1 or a 2-on-1 at the other end. You just can't dribble too much on the front end.
Inside to Bates. Bates misses the gimme. Keeps it alive. Gets it to Johnson. 8-footer left side. Good. Brandon Johnson off the bench with 4 to lead Oldham County. 11-9 is the score with Oldham County with the lead. Turnover. Ishmael Jones gets it. They get it back to him. 8-foot baseline jumper. No good. Henderson keeps it alive, but Cooper Robb gets the rebound. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Cooper Robb, tough take. He makes it, but you got to kind of shake your head. A lot of one-on-one right there. 8-footer goes from the baseline.
If you're Coach Zerhusen, you got to be happy as you coming to the end of the first quarter under a minute, and the score's tied.
Johnson out to Henderson. Travis Henderson goes left side to Jones.
And right now they're getting to run their sets with the down screens and the cross screens. Scott County just needs to play solid and not give up an easy back door here, Mike.
13 seconds to go, tied up at 11, Oldham County. You're going to get steps called. Oldham County, they've had about 5 turnovers in this quarter. Bryce Long, the shooter, in here with 8 seconds to go. Scott County, plenty of time to get off a good shot and to take the lead. They've not played their best, but a chance to win the quarter. Cooper Robb, tough take. Rebound to Henderson. I'm sorry, Jacob Bates. Long heave, no good. Scott County, Oldham County tied at 11. 1 quarter in the books. We'll be back here on the Scott County Sports Network after this word from one of our sponsors.
The Hockensmith Agency is proud to call Scott County home. We're your Main Street insurance that blends tradition and innovation to offer the best quality service to our clients. By offering a wide range of coverage from the impressive list of major insurance companies, we truly meet your insurance coverage needs. Come visit us at 224 East Main in Georgetown or online at HawkinsmithAgency.com. The Hockensmith Agency, providing coverage for the Motorist Insurance Group for all your insurance needs.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Coach Hicks talking to his Scott County Cardinals. They had a chance to take the lead, Mark. Cooper Robb missed an 18-footer, but I think Coach Hicks, he might not be too happy, but to go in tied at 11.
He's not behind, Mike. That's the only thing I can answer on that. He's not behind.
And the thing about it is, I think both coaches can be happy, but they also can be upset. Coach Zerhusen likes the pace at 11-11, but the fact his team had 5 turnovers, he can't be happy about that.
No, and like I said, you work the clock. You start with about 34 seconds. You work it down, and with 11 seconds when you start your play, you end up turning the ball over. You can't be happy about that.
Scott County winning the rebounding battle 10-7 over Oldham County. Mark, anything else jumps out at you?
9 turnovers for Scott County, Mike.
9 turnovers. We were talking about Oldham County's turnovers. Scott County wins the turnover battle 9-5, and Michael Marino his first 2. That was too easy. If you're an Oldham County fan, pretty happy on how easy that shot was taken and made by Michael Marino from about 3 feet. Scott County with the lead, 13-11. First lead in a while for Scott County.
And right now, if you're Scott County, you've got to just keep playing hard and make Oldham County work, because you don't want to give up an easy basket after playing defense this long. Cooper Robb bails out. Post player there gets the deflection.
So Gibson, Bates, Worth, Henderson, and Johnson for Oldham County. Brandon Johnson with another block shot by Cooper Watts. Mark, people don't realize how tough it is to get out there if you're a big man and block 3-pointers all day long. Cooper Watts with the take.
But his closeout range is tremendous.
Jackson Gibbon picks up his second. Team 4th. Scott County going with Bryce Long, Cooper Watts, Michael Marino, Glenn Covington, and Cooper Robb, the starters for Scott County. Ishmael Jones getting set to come back in for Oldham County for Jackson Gibson, who might be on the bench for a while with 2 fouls.
I don't know. Kind of like the point guard in the game. You might roll the dice a little bit. Depends on how well they handle the pressure of Scott County and get into the offense.
Watts goes 1 for 2, give him 5.
Gets a roll there.
And I think Coach Zerhusen was talking to him. It's not the fact he picked up the foul, but that one right there, he was trying to guard Cooper Watts at 6'5". Just let him get the bucket. I think he would trade the bucket for a foul right there. Good take by Jacob Bates.
And that's what I remember about him last year, Mike. He came off the bench and had a great game for Oldham County up there last year.
Covington misses the 3. Bates with the rebound for Oldham County. Oldham County a chance to take the lead down 1. 6:30 to go here. Jacob Bates lets Watts go by. 14-footer off the backboard. The Whitaker Bank shot. I don't know if he meant to stop by Whitaker Bank, but the bank shot went in. Bryce Long fakes it, comes back into the middle, up and under.
Nice move.
Cooper Watts, 7 points. Cooper Watts, a scoring machine for Scott County. 7 of Scott County 16, and Scott County with the 1-point lead, under 6 to go, first half.
There's another deflection by Cooper Watts.
Into the ball game for Oldham County, number 20, Isaiah Cowley, a 6'1" senior. And for Scott County, off the bench, 6'2" junior, Dakota Allen, 1 point, a rebound a ball game. So Covington out of the ball game, needing a little bit of assistance from the trainer.
Yeah, it looks like he tweaked an ankle a little bit as gingerly walking there. Hopefully that's nothing serious.
Watts with the steal. Down to Robb. Robb up and under, doesn't finish. Good defense as Allen gets the rebound. I'm sorry, Isaiah Kelly with the rebound. Cooper Robb battling, keeping it alive.
What a play by Cooper Robb.
Gets it to Dakota Allen. Allen with the finish. Coach Zerhusen says, I need a 30-second timeout. Scott County, biggest lead of the ball game. 18-15, 5:22 to go here in the half on the Scott County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Connor Volpe, Kevin Ritchie. We're at Scott County High School, Oldham County, Scott County. The Cardinals of Scott County with the lead, 18-15, 5:22 to go. And Mark, Coach Zerhusen calls that timeout. What was the purpose, in your opinion?
Well, Mike, he got out hustled there, and he had some guys out of position. You got to remember, his point guard's on the bench with 2 fouls, so he's got to instill some confidence in these guys that get the ball up the floor. So he's kind of wanting to pump some confidence in the blood flow and hopefully get them to where they can get the ball up the floor here without their point guard in the game.
So foul on the floor.
Dakota Allen picks up his first. Had the hands on him a little too long, Mike.
That'll be the team's third. Worth left side to Larimore. Larimore with the miss. Henderson with the putback and good. Travis Henderson give him 4. Long splits of defenders. Gets underneath to Cooper Watts.
Oh, nice play.
Scoop shot for 9. Cooper Watts.
That play was made Bryce Long.
Isaiah Kelly gets it to Henderson. Back to Kelly. Long pass to Johnson. Watts blocked the last one, but Marino couldn't get there on that one. Brandon Johnson give him 7. We're not at the 20. 4:20 to go. Mike Marino almost got the ball caught on his hip there, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure he didn't get away with the walk.
Bryce Long, left side 3, a little bit long. Dakota Allen keeps it alive to Marino, who runs it down. Watts wanting the basketball inside at the post spot. They don't get it to him, so they reset. Marino, no look to Watts. Watts finish. Man.
That's where you just go shake his hand and say thank you.
Cooper Watts has been the recipient of 4 of those up to this point.
That's like laying a medium well steak out in front of the big man. Just say go get it.
Kelly to Johnson. Johnson under the left-handed side. No good. Marino might have deflected the shot. Gets the rebound. Cooper Robb coming the other way. Scott County. Dakota Allen, right side 3 from the baseline. Wow. Bang. Dakota Allen, give him 5, and Coach Zerhusen says, I need another timeout. Dakota Allen sparking Scott County off the bench with the 3-pointer. Scott County, biggest lead of the ball game. 3:29 to go. Scott County 25, Oldham County 20. We'll be back on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Decent crowd here tonight. Watching Scott County, especially with LSU Kentucky coming on at 9 o'clock. Not the crowd we really want here, but hey, Scott County with a young team like this, like you said, start a sophomore, junior, and 3 freshmen.
Freshmen, yeah.
They're kind of winning the hearts over Scott County. I think everybody was kind of expecting a little bit of a down year with what graduated last year, but these guys have come in and stepped in, done a good job of accepting willingly the coaching of Coach Hicks and his staff, and the reward is a 15-1 record.
Well, yeah, and then Mike, there was a good concession of people that felt like that this team would be pretty good come tournament time. But, man, they've sped that progress up. Nobody expected them to be this successful this early. You knew there's talent, but, you know, to be, regardless of what the schedule is, to be 15-1 at this point, it's just a huge plus for Scott County, the confidence level this team's playing with.
And the thing that amazes me, and there's another steal, Cooper Watts. He thought about dunking it, decided otherwise. 13 for Watts.
Tell you what, he likes playing Oldham County.
And what I was going to say, Mark, the best thing to me about this team is the fact that they'll find the hot person. It doesn't matter who it is, because you can see some of the scores. Almost every starter has had almost 20 points in a ball game this year.
Yeah, very, very unselfish.
Another Oldham County turnover. Looks like Jacob Bates might have twisted the ankle a little bit. He's going to stay in there. Isaiah Kelly coming in. They're going to check him out real quick. .252 to go. Scott County up 7 with the basketball. Mark, they've come out of nowhere to kind of get a little separation here.
Yeah, Dakota Allen hit that big three.
And Cooper Watts has been the other difference maker. He misses that shot. Might have got fouled by Kelly. No call. Johnson rebounds.
Don't think he'd get the call because he shot the ball on the left side in the right hand. It's kind of tough to give you that call when you put the ball right into the defender's face.
And somehow those centers at 6'5" don't get that little touch foul when they go for that floating jumper.
No, they think the big guys can bang a little bit.
Brandon Johnson, shot blocked by Dameron, rebound to Watts. Bryce Long, left side three, bang. Bryce Long, second three-pointer of the ball game. Scott County's up 10 just like that.
Now the question is, this young Oldham County team, how do they respond here in the final minute 50? They need to just whittle this thing down and see if they can get it back down to 6 and not let Scott County push it out any further.
Heelan misses the three-pointer. Cooper Watts with another rebound. He's had a pretty good first half, hasn't he?
Oh, you can't write it down any better.
Rob, tough pass for Dameron. Dameron's going to and one you. 2 points for Clem Dameron. Fouls on Oldham County. Number 23, Zach Larimore, his first, team 5. Michael Marino in for Scott County. Clayton Worth and Jacob Bates in for Oldham County. Glad to see him coming back in. Cam Fluker in for Scott County. Dakota Allen and Cooper Watts, a breather for the Cardinals.
Clem Dameron makes the old-fashioned three-point play.
3 points. Scott County, Mark, you look up 13, 33-20. Tied at the half, 11 apiece. After the first quarter, Scott County's put in 22-9 for Oldham County. Scott County's done it by being unselfish, playing hard defensively, and finding the open man for a lot of easy shots in the second quarter. Good take by Ryan Heelan, his first 2.
Little 2-3 zone, but if you give the ball to Michael Marino right there, usually that means trouble. He misses the jumper, but that's still a great shot.
Under a minute to go. Worth loose ball, battle for it. Bryce Long and Heelan. Out of bounds off of Bryce Long. We'll be back in action Friday night. We're probably going to make the trip over to Henry Clay. Should be a good ball game. Scott County boys, Henry Clay boys. That's turned into quite a rivalry since Scott County's been in the 11th region, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. You know, everybody thought that move, it would take Scott County years to compete, and actually that move occurred in 2006. And last year was the first time Scott County's failed to advance to the 11th region.
And, you know, Scott County's kind of dominated the district play, but Henry Clay kind of answered the bell last year, didn't he?
They really did. Give kudos to Daniel Brown and that Henry Clay group. Had a great team, and he's the team to beat this year in the district.
Yep. Worth 3-pointer. Kirk Hudson says 3. Give Clayton Worth his 5th point. 33-25. That 13-point lead's dwindled down to 8. Scott County going to try to hold it for the last shot of the half.
And again, that's what you want to do if you're Oldham County. You want to get that thing under 10. Now they just need to keep from giving up a point here. And there's Cooper Robb on the rebound, Mike.
Cooper Robb, 6 points. We're going to stick around here at halftime. Thanks to Dr. Ben Lyon. We're going to let him enjoy the Scott County dance team. So, Mark, while we're waiting for the dance team to get set up here, 35-25 is your score. Scott County's done a pretty good job of getting that lead out there, but Oldham County did a pretty good job of getting it back to 10 points. It's a lot different halftime speech when you're only down 10 versus 15.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. And, the thing about it with that, Mike, the three-point shot, the three-point shot is what makes that so easy to come back, and that's the excitement that the three-point shots put in the game.
All righty, we'll be quiet for a minute. We'll let you listen and watch the Scott County High School dance team here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Hey, Jack.
$2 go buy a popcorn. I'll get you one too.
I don't want one. Bring me a change. No, nobody. All righty, the Scott County High School varsity dance team dancing for you here at halftime. What we'll do is we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the halftime stats and much more on the Scott County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. We're here on the campus of Scott County High School in Georgetown, Kentucky for high school basketball action. Your Scott County Cardinals 35, Oldham County Colonels 25 at the half. And looking at halftime stats, first for the visiting Oldham County Colonels, they're shooting 42% from the field on 11 of 26. They're 3 of 7 for 43% from threes. They haven't shot a free throw in the first half, so they have 9 turnovers, only 2 assists. Coach Zerhusen can't be too happy with that. They have 12 total rebounds. They're led in scoring by Brandon Johnson with 7 total points. He's followed up by Clayton Worth with 5. You've got Ishmael Jones with 3. Jackson Gibson didn't score. The point guard picked up 2 quick fouls. Jacob Bates had 4. Travis Henderson had 4. And Ryan Heelan had 2 for a total of 25. Looking to the Cardinals, they shot 53.6% on 15 of 28. They were 3 for 3 according to the stats from 3 for 100%. They were 2 of 4 from the free throw line for 50%. They had 10 turnovers. They started out very sluggish in the first quarter, and they had about 8 at the end of the first quarter, if I recollect. Had 8 assists for the half. They were led in scoring with Michael Marino had 2 points, 3 rebounds. Cooper Watts, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Big half for the big man. Bryce Long, 6 points, 2 total rebounds. 6 points for Cooper Robb and 2 rebounds. 3 points for Clem Dameron and 3 rebounds. 5 points for Dakota Allen off the bench for a total of 35 points. When you look at points off turnovers, pretty close, 6-7 in favor of the Colonels. Points in the paint was 22-12 in favor of Scott County. Largest lead was 13 points, 33-20 for the Scott County Cardinals. Points per shot at a 1.16. The Cardinals were very efficient after the sluggish start. They're holding the Colonels to a .96. With that said, look for a very interesting second half. We're going to take one more break before we start the half. You're watching Scott County Cardinal basketball on the Scott County Sports Network.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment. Georgetown Community Hospital is a 75-bed acute care facility with an award-winning history providing excellence in health care. Georgetown has been named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 5 of the last 6 years. The hospital continues to add new medical services and to grow the number of specialists and primary care physicians. It also features an award-winning ICU, medical surgery unit, and 24-hour emergency services. Georgetown Hospital, located on Lexington Road in Georgetown, Kentucky, here for your needs 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Connor Volpe, Kevin Ritchie. We're at Scott County High School. The Cardinals up 10, 35-25. And Mark Keys to the second half for Scott County.
Well, I think Scott County, you've just got to protect the basketball. They had 10 turnovers there in the first half, and a lot of those were unforced. Oldham County's doing a pretty good job putting ball pressure on them. They've got to protect that a little bit better. And you want to keep the tempo up. I think Scott County looked a lot better once they started running. Conversely, Mike, if you're Oldham County, you cut it to 8 there and ended up giving up the 2 at the end of the half to put it back to a 10-point lead. You've got to come out here and you've got to work at possession, but they got to get some stops.
And Mark, the thing I was going to ask you, game's pretty simple. Scott County, after one quarter, had 9 turnovers, 1 assist. They come back at the half with 8 assists, 10 turnovers, so they had 7 assists and 1 turnover in that second quarter. Easy to tell why they outscored Oldham County and got the 10-point lead, right?
Yeah, and there's also one other factor that doesn't show up in the stats. I think all 5 starters rotated to the bench at some point to get their focus readjusted.
There you go. Sometimes that is a good teaching moment.
That is the great equalizer.
So Scott County playing defense to start. Bryce Long, Glenn Covington, Michael Marino, Cooper Robb, Cooper Watts on the take. Jacob Bates misses it. Cooper Robb with another rebound.
Good to see Glenn Covington back out on the floor.
3-pointer. Cooper Watts keeps it alive, misses it. Another rebound. Shots blocked by Bates, out of bounds. Gibson tries to save it in. Out of bounds off of Jackson Gibson. Oldham County goes with starters Clayton Worth, Ishmael Jones, Jackson Gibson, Travis Henderson, and Jacob Bates. So starters versus starters. Michael Marino, good look. Good take.
Right there, I think Michael was caught in, do I try to bank it or do I just try to make it, and ended up missing the shot. He usually doesn't miss those point blank.
Cooper Robb with the deflection out of bounds.
Very active tonight.
Worth trying to get the ball inside. Not enough, as Wallace Brooks says. That'll be...
if I'm not mistaken, Mike, that's the third 5-second violation.
Yep, 2 of them on inbounds and 1 of them off the bounce. One-handed pass down to Cooper Watts. He fakes the pass, drives, shots blocked, and rebound to Jacob Bates. Gibson back in with 2 fouls, running the point for Oldham County, and a block's going to be on Scott County's Cooper Watts.
That's his second foul, Mike.
Scott County only committed 4 fouls in the ball game. I know that'll probably jinx them. Only foul trouble at all is Jackson Gibson, who has 2 for Oldham County. 6:55 to go, 35-25. Both teams looking for their first bucket. And one opportunity, Oldham County. Ishmael Jones with the basket. Fouls on Michael Marino. That'll be his first. Team second. Ishmael Jones, his 5th point, and a chance for 1 more. Give him 6. Took 1 minute and 15 seconds for any team to score. Took a while for the score in the first quarter. Floater by Long, no good. Bates to the rebound, out to Jones. Jones knows one way, and that's straight to the basket as he picks up the 2nd foul in a row on Michael Marino. Team 3rd.
And that's how you get back in the ball game real quick, Mike. You attack the basket and you get stops on the defensive end.
Ishmael Jones misses the first. Leads down to 7. Could be 2 big free throws here. Second one is money. Give Ishmael Jones his 7th point of the night. Full court pressure. I don't know if Scott County was expecting that or not. Marino on the bounce. Off the backboard, no good. Cooper Watts fouled on the floor. Foul's going to be on Travis Henderson.
He just grabbed him at the shoulders.
That's Travis's first. Team first of the half.
Nice back cut right there by Michael Marino.
He was so wide open, I think you could have made that shot. Well,
that's a lucky break, and sometimes that's what's happened.
The ball goes off the foot of Jackson Gibson's hit again and goes right to Bates underneath the basket for a layup. Cooper Watts, 16-footer from the baseline, Mark.
It's one of those you say, good shot,
If
Cooper.
he could add that to his arsenal.
Oh gosh, what are you talking about? If he can start knocking that down consistently.
Gibson to Jones. Jones on the bounce. Glenn Covington's got him. And Henderson. Henderson gets position, and Carcutson says, I'm not going to call a foul, but I'm going to give Oldham County the basketball as Zach Larimore, the 6'1 sophomore, back into the ball game for Oldham County.
I think Coach Zerhusen wanted the free throws.
Yep. 39-31.
Play looked familiar.
Gibson running a Scott County staple inbounds play, gets his first points on a nice pass from Ishmael Jones. Cooper Robb went for the alley-oop. Instead it goes to Covington. Robb gets it back, fakes, might have got hacked, but Robb gets his 8th point.
Again, pound for pound, the best rebounder in the state that I've seen this year.
And he was alley-ooping for Cooper Watts. Kind of a little bit of miscommunication. Larimore underneath. Out of bounds. Off of Scott County. Cooper Robb with the deflection. Brandon Johnson in for Jones. And Dakota Allen off the bench early again. County. 5:05 to go. 41-33. Oldham County says we're not done yet.
Now they let him out, and that's going to be trouble.
Gibson with the miss. Marino, quick outlet to Bryce Long. Goes over top of Gibson. Good job. Good finish, Bryce Long. And Gibson couldn't foul him, Mark. Couldn't really contest it. Leads back to double digits. Clayton Worth. Gets it to Brandon Johnson. No look to Henderson. Good finish. And a good feed. 6 points.
Scott County got caught watching the basketball. Little 2-3 zone now by Oldham County, trying to mix it up a little bit.
Watts liked it from the left side. He misses it from the right. Robb with another rebound for Scott County. Oldham County with the basketball. Left side to Worth. Swings it baseline. 2-pointer by Larimore is no good. Cooper Robb, another rebound. I've got him with 4.5 already. Long goes behind the back. Tries to dump it into Watts. Good defense by Henderson.
Probably should have gone ahead and taken that shot right there at the elbow. Might have been a little too unselfish.
Henderson, top of the key, 3, in and out, no good. Rebound to Long. Out of bounds off of Oldham County. Ryan Heelan back into the ball game, the 5'10 junior. Cam Fluker, 5'7 freshman guard in, as well as Clem Dameron, 6'5 senior forward. 8 points, 4.5 rebounds. Kind of finding his role, isn't he, Mark? Playing really well. Didn't get to see the games down in Tennessee, but playing really well before Christmas. Started the year as the starter. Once Glenn Covington got back, kind of went to the bench. Took him a couple of games to figure out that new role, but has done a good job since. As a turnover from Watts to Heelan. Heelan, layup good.
Heelan's come in and given him a good lift here tonight.
4 points for Mr. Heelan.
Got this back down to a 6-point game, Mike.
43-37. Long. I think he was hit on the arm just a little bit as Larimore picks up his second. Team second. Bryce Long at the free throw line for Scott County. 71% free throw shooter. Drains the first for 9. Ishmael Jones back in as Long goes 2 for 2. In double digits. Joins Cooper Watts, who has 15. Under 3 to go here in the third. 45-37. Well, that's a long pass. Scott County had a lot of opportunity to intercept that one.
They were a step slow on the rotation tonight, Mike. They just...
Heelan between defenders. Watts might have got away with the foul. Turnover.
Oh, I don't know what Cam Fluker was thinking right there. They're 2 feet apart. Needs to keep that basketball. So what Coach Hicks is saying, just keep it. I mean, they're just out of sync a little bit tonight, Mike. Can't explain it. Played a lot of basketball, though.
Yeah, and the last thing you want to see is your player. I know Cam Fluker's a young player, is going to be a good one, but when the coach is talking to you, last thing he wants you to do is go palms up on him, going, well, it wasn't me, you know. Why are you picking on me for? But again, I think Cam Fluker, at a 5'7" freshman, averaging 3.5 points, a little over rebound a ball game, is going to be a pretty good one for Scott County.
Yeah, and like I said, you're going to have these growing pains, you know, through the season, as young as they are, and this is you've won 2 Christmas tournaments, and you come back home.
On the finish, Zach Larimore, his first 2. Good job there.
In Oldham County. And you know, you got to appreciate the effort of Oldham County. They're not going to go away, Mike. They're taking on the character of their coach, and there wasn't a tougher competitor at Scott County than Coy Zerhusen during his career. Went on to have a great college career at center.
Yep. And
Cooper Robb.
Rebound, Cooper Robb.
Got away with that.
I thought it went off the Oldham County foot. Marino back in, as well as Isaiah Kelly. Mark, let me ask you, your 3 toughest Scott County basketball players since you've been watching them. It's been quite a few years. I won't say how many, but you mentioned Coy Zerhusen, how tough he was. Who's your top 3?
I'd say Coy's in the top 3. I would say A.W. Hamilton.
See if we're 2 for 2. I know who my other one is.
And I'm going to say Jimmy Warren.
That's my 3.
And guys, right, you talk about just get in your grill and stay in it and enjoy it.
Cooper Watts, 17. That's pretty amazing. We all 3 said the same 3 players. Of course, we'll probably get some phone calls.
Yeah.
What about me, Coach?
Well, and it's just how you play with that toughness, and they weren't going to give up anything. Nice move by
up and under. Johnson give him 9 to lead all Oldham County scores. Oldham County's not going away, down 6, 47-41, a minute 15 to go. Marino. Little timid with that shot after he's missed 2 of them. Bryce Long. Watts with the rebound, fouled on the way up. Isaiah Cowley's going to get it. They're going to give it to Ryan Heenan. That'll be his first, team 3rd. I didn't see Ryan Heenan in there battling.
No,
Fluker,
I didn't either.
3-pointer off the inbounds pass, air ball in the hands of Ishmael Jones. Lattimore Marino battling for it. They're going to say out of bounds off of Larimore.
Wow. And we're up in the crow's nest, so we're kind of far away, but it seems like Scott County's getting their fair breaks on some 50-50 balls.
Under a minute to go. 47-41. Shots blocked. Marino gets it back, misses the putback. They're going to say over the backboard, white basketball. Marino had 2 good looks there. Got the first one blocked, missed the second one. 35.4. We have a uniform timeout. Marino scored already off of a nice inbounds play. Misses that one. Cooper Watts keeps it alive and finished. 19.
That's Cooper to Cooper. Cooper Robb kept it available on the right side, tipped it back over, and Cooper Watts put it in on the left side.
Under 20 seconds to go. Scott County up 8. Oldham County love to have a score right here to go.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Into
That's
the
a
huddle.
pretty daggone good look right there. Daggone.
Ishmael Jones.
How in the world does he get that wide open?
First double-digit score with 10 points is Ishmael Jones. Robb loses on the way up. They're going to say out of bounds off of Oldham County. 3.7 to go. Might have took that one a little bit early. But Scott County's going to get an opportunity. Down to 3.7 seconds. Scott County up 5. Pass is intercepted.
And he's going to score,
Ishmael
Mike.
Jones is going to get a chance to score.
And Cam Fluker's going to make the freshman mistake of fouling.
Fouls him his first, team 4. So they're going to let him shoot free throws. And Don Warner, braver man than we are.
Moving cheerleaders, you got it.
Jones misses the first, have one more. Connor Volpe on top of that, trying to help get the cheerleaders off the floor. Jones 1 for 2, give him 11. And Mark, we look up, it's 49-45. We'll come back. Get ready for the fourth quarter here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal House.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Oldham County wins that quarter. They come into the third quarter down 10. They wind up at the end of the third quarter only down 4. It's 49 for Scott County, 45 for Oldham County. Mark, what did Oldham County do right, and what Scott County need to work on?
Well, Mike, I think if you look at it, they're up to 15 turnovers, so that's basically 5 turnovers in the half for Scott County, and they didn't do a very good job of protecting the basketball, and they gave up some open looks. They're getting caught where they're a little bit watching the basketball.
No,
they're doing a lot of down screening, cross screening in a motion type offense. So if you get caught watching the basketball, you're going to give up a back door, and that's what occurred, and that's what Scott County kind of fought off. The intensity level is what's not there, Mike.
And Mark, the thing about it is we talked about how good they did as flipping the assist turnover in that quarter. Scott County 5 turnovers, only 2 assists.
Yeah, they just, and there's another turnover as Caleb Covington is going to get the walk call.
So Scott County goes with Caleb Covington, Cooper Watts, Michael Marino, Bryce Long. For Oldham County, you got Travis Henderson, Ishmael Jones, Ryan Heelan. Jacob Bates has been really quiet tonight for Oldham County, along with Brandon Johnson.
There's that trap, but they let that first pass out of the trap, and that's what happens. Then you end up giving up the freebie. Pretty good recovery there by Caleb Covington.
Johnson, right side 3, no good. Michael Marino over top of Bates to get the rebound.
Need Michael Marino to get hot here, Mike. He's kind of struggled tonight. It'd be nice to see him get on track here.
And the thing about it, Mark, he started the game, had 3 good feeds from that high post spot there. And then almost at some point, you start thinking about passing more than you do shooting.
There you go.
Then he missed 2 in a row.
And Mike has a comment there, not to cut you off, but they went into a little 1-3-1. The problem with that 1-3 run, they got Ryan Heelan at 5'10" on the back line. Nice job there of isolating Michael Marino, the 6'6" freshman, on the 5'10" guard. I don't think you'll see Oldham County stay in that 1-3-1.
Jacob Bates went after that one pretty hard, and Caleb Covington's going to pick up the foul.
He got his money's worth on the foul, though.
Caleb's first, team 5. Scott County been fortunate. Oldham County not very good at the line up to this point. And Mark, here's been the little spark plug for Scott County. Dakota Allen.
Yeah, came in that first half and our first quarter, got 5 quick points was the difference at the end of that quarter.
Bates hits the second. Jinx, 7 points. Deflected out of bounds. Scott County maintained possession. Left side 3, Bryce Long, bang.
It's a big shot. Maybe that'll give him up a little spark here.
13 points.
And again, if you're Coach Zerhusen, the worst thing you can see is Michael Marino catch the ball in the middle at the foul line, because he's going to do something good with it.
Johnson inside to Bates.
Nice play.
Bates is going to get to the score right there, but Johnson did a good job beating his man at the free throw line.
Cooper Watts going to get the benefit right there.
21 for Watts.
Come on, Dakota. Almost a steal there.
Another deflection. Scott County's had about 4 of them in this possession, but Oldham County with the basketball. Bates gets the shot off, and Cooper Watts going to pick up his third.
And, that's a situation where Cooper's got position. He beats the guy there. He really needs to take the charge. He reaches in and tries to get the steal. He would have been great just holding his position.
Jacob Bates, 1 for 2 tonight.
Mike, he gets these down. We're back down to a 6-point ball game.
First one is good. Double digits goes Jacob Bates. Give him 10. Ishmael Jones has 11. Brandon Johnson with 9 off the bench for Oldham County. Larimore and Gibson back in for Oldham County. Bates misses the second. Johnson runs it down. Brandon Johnson with the long rebound. Now a chance to get it down to 5, maybe even 4.
That's a double dribble. Again, Ray say. Coach Zerhusen upset about that call, but I think it was the right call.
Coach Zerhusen says he never dribbled.
Dropped the basketball after he caught it. That counts as a dribble.
So under 5 to go in the ball game. Scott County 7-point lead, 56-49. Long gets it to Watts. Watts probably should have came down with it, lost it as he tried to catch it and shoot it. Good jump stop in the paint is Jacob Bates, and another foul on Scott County. Number 10.
Where did Cooper Robb come from? I wasn't even.
It'll be his first, team 7, so Oldham County. In the bonus situation, Scott County a long way away, because Oldham County's only been called for 3 fouls, but bonus doesn't do you any good if you can't hit free throws.
No. Like I said, that's the only thing that if you're Oldham County, you're sitting there thinking, boys, you make your free throws, and this is tie ball game. Bates hits the second one.
Jacob Bates with 11.
Now they're back into this 1-3-1, picking up a little bit beyond half court. Scott County just got to move the basketball and attack the lanes of the zone.
Free throw jumper by Robb, no good. Watts trying to keep it alive. Bates just takes it away. Right side of Johnson. Johnson a long step and a score. So Oldham County, 3 guys with 11 points. Johnson, Jones, and Bates. Sounds like a law firm. Tough take by Cooper Robb. Foul's going to be called on Oldham County. Number 11, Jacob Bates, picks up his second. Team 4th.
First one up and good for Cooper.
Travis Henderson and Ishmael Jones in for Scott County. In for Oldham County. Robb with one more. Robb 83.3%, misses the second. Worth on the take, no good. Henderson bails him out. Gets the putback. 8 points for Henderson.
The only problem is when you give up that drive, everybody's got to come over and makes block out assignments tough, and Henderson took advantage of it.
3-point lead, 57-54. This one's going to go down to the wire. Marino.
What a soft touch.
Definitely a shooter's touch. It hit the rim about 4 times before it goes in. Scott County's lead just like that, back up 5. Jones in the paint, loses on the layup. They're going to say out of bounds off of Scott County. They've made that call about 5 times tonight, just giving the possession to the same team instead of calling the foul. Very good called big game tonight, in my opinion. Pretty consistent.
Very consistent. You can't argue about that.
Ishmael Jones to Worth. And the one thing Oldham County this year doesn't really seem to have those knockdown three-point shooters that they had last year.
And I think, Mike, you'll get that. It's just that the inconsistency. If you look at their roster, it's mostly sophomores and juniors that didn't play a lot last year make up those wing players. So as they gain experience, you'll see that pick up a little bit.
59-54, Scott County. Allen down the long, left side three.
That's a big shot.
16 points for Bryce Long.
And that's Dakota Allen in the middle making that pass. Had a really good game off the bench here for Scott County. Giving up the baseline.
Yep. Michael Moreno with the rebound.
Ishmael Jones just didn't realize how open he was.
It's one of those almost two open, right?
Yeah. You expect him to get hit, and you don't. Nice pass by Cooper Robb.
10 points for Michael Moreno. Scott County with 3 players in double digits. Bryce Long with 16. Michael Moreno with 10. Cooper Watts with 21. On the other side of the ledger, Oldham County. Brandon Johnson with 11. Ishmael Jones with 11. Jacob Bates with 11. Scott County lead back up to 10, 64-54 with 2:24 to go. We'll be back after this.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Georgetown means great cars, great local sports, great people, and Galvin's, a great place where friends meet for great Galvin's food. Galvin's voted the best local restaurant in Georgetown. Enjoy a great specialty sandwich from Philly cheesesteaks to Strombolis. Bring the whole family. Watch the big games on the big screens. You'll watch the game. We'll make the munchies like our signature pizzas and home-cut potato chips. Galvin's on Main Street next to the courthouse. Join us on Facebook for all the latest Galvin's actions.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Kevin Ritchie, Connor Volpe. Scott County had the lead down to 3, but just like that, Mark, 2:24 to go. The lead's back up to 10, 64-54. Pretty simple what Scott County was able to do to get it back up to 10.
Well, they protected the basketball, and they broke the press, got the ball in the middle, got some easy looks, and it's easy to shoot, Mike, when nobody's guarding you. Even you could do it.
Same theme. No turnovers and a lot of assists.
Although I got an interesting look from our producer, Kevin Ritchie, so I'm not for sure he believes Mike could score.
Watts with the third block on a three-point shot for the night.
Oh, man, the bigs just have a little bit of trouble with that alley-oop.
Elbow jumper, a little bit short. Moreno catches and shoots.
I thought that was a pass, wasn't it?
It's 2 points.
I always like to take care of the shooter.
And back to your earlier comment, it doesn't matter if you make it, it's just a matter if you keep shooting it. That was your motto in Berea, wasn't it? As Johnson gets his 13th. Timeout, 30-second timeout for Coach Sir Houston. 10-point is the lead, 66-56 in favor of Scott County, 1:33 to go. Back after this.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network, 66-56. Oldham County scores a bucket. Zerhusen takes a 30-second timeout. What's he telling this team?
Mike, he's utilizing this, I think, in my opinion, going to use this and basically say, okay, let's set up the press. We're down 10. We got to get, if we don't get the steal, we got to foul because only got 14 fouls. They've got to get them in the bonus. Then they're going to try to trade missed free throws for made opportunities. So I think you're going to see him use this as a teaching tool to try to get back in this game and get some fouls here if they don't get the steal. And we're going to got lucky, we almost threw the ball away.
Yeah, Cooper Watts wide open under the basket. Bryce Long did a good job trying to get it to him, but the other team practices too, don't they?
Yep. And the thing about that Scott County made 2 passes and was at the top of the key, so it was great on the press.
Rob.
Wow, what a reverse layup.
The shot goes in.
Now, if you're Oldham County, you've got to score so you can set up the press, but you can't take all day to do it. They're running their weave. They've got to get a shot up, and he walked.
Steps called. That's a third walk call on Ishmael Jones. Right in front of Coach Zerhusen.
I'm not sure he was happy with the call. There's the long pass.
Exact same thing as before. This time they execute to perfection. 23 on a nice pass from Bryce Long to Cooper Watts.
And, Mike, that's back to what you talked about of sharing the basketball. It's fun to watch. And I think that's why the community's getting excited about this group of young players is because they are fun to watch. They play hard and they share the basketball.
So Scott County is going to hold on to win the ball game as Marino with a finish. Give him 14. Scott County is going to improve to 16-1. They're back in action Friday night at Henry Clay. We'll have that game for you here on the network. Oldham County is going to fall to 10-3 as we get a jump ball. Oldham County back in action. That'll be a heck of a ball game. Oldham County, South Oldham at South Oldham on Friday. 5 new subs in for Oldham County with 29.3 seconds to go. 3 subs back in for Scott County. Make it 4, make it 5. Josh Davis, Zane Wilson, Clem Dameron, Cam Fluker, and Caleb Covington. Ryan Nealon, Andre Brewer, Caleb Strunk, Cameron Coveney, and Zach Larimore for Oldham County. Glad you could join us here tonight. It's been a fun ball game. Seems like it's been forever since we brought you a ball game.
And they're going to count it.
Heelan with the and one opportunity. Fouls on Cam Fluker. 6 points for Mr. Heelan. Second foul for Fluker. And one opportunity coming up for Ryan Heelan. Misses the shot. Rebound to Larimore.
In a situation where Scott County didn't block out.
20 seconds to go. Shot from Larimore. Blocked by Wilson. Rebound back to Larimore, and he's going to go around Wilson. Tries to drop it off. Cam Fluker with the steal. Scott County's going to try to get it across half court. Turnover and a steal. Josh Davis gets it back at the buzzer. So Scott County will be victorious. Your final score, 72-58. The Cardinals, like I said, improved to 16-1. Looking at the unofficial point totals, first for Oldham County, Brandon Johnson had 13. Clayton Worth 5, all those in the first half. Ishmael Jones had 11. Jacob Gitson with 2. Jacob Bates had 11. Ryan Heelan with 6. Travis Henderson had 8. And Zach Larimore rounded out the scoring with 2 points. For Scott County, Cam Fluker played and did not score. Bryce Long had 16. Dakota Allen off the bench with 5. Cooper Robb, good ball game for him with 11. Michael Marino, 12 points in the second half, give him 14. Clem Dameron with 3. Cooper Watts, 13 in the first, 10 in the second for 23 total. So Scott County victorious, 72-58. We'll go ahead and get out of here as it's a work night. We'll come back live at Henry Clay. The Scott County boys take on Henry Clay in a 42nd District rivalry. That game time is slated for 8 o'clock as they'll play a freshman JV varsity triple header, and we'll be there with the call. Thanks for watching as always. Have a good evening. Thanks again.